Okay, in this case, we have a hiker standing on the top of Mount Jameson. And they're looking across the valley and they see this Mount Strahnu that's a little bit bigger than the mountain he's on. And he's wondering, how much bigger? So looking across the valley, whether he has a clinometer, whatever, he establishes the angle of elevation. Remember, the angle of elevation is if you have a horizontal and you go up from the horizontal a certain angle, that would be the angle of elevation. Then we're shown that that is 12 degrees. And he looks at a map and he realizes that from the peak to peak horizontally on a map is 25 kilometers, or they also give that to us in meters. So we can work this out in meters or kilometers, and either one would be fine. So let's try and figure this out. So we have from our angle of reference, and I guess we can write we're looking for this height, this side here. We know that this side is the 25 kilometers, so this would be the opposite, this would be the adjacent, and this would be the hypotenuse, his line of sight. Okay, so we know the angle, we know the adjacent, and we're looking for the hypotenuse. So we want to involve the angle, the opposite, and the adjacent. And so we should stop and think about that and come up with tan. So tan of 12 is equal to the opposite, is our h, how much higher that other mountain is. And the adjacent is our, we'll work in kilometers here just to make it simpler. If you worked it out in meters, that's great. I'll show the answer in either one at the end, but for now we'll work in kilometers. So we have h on the top there. We're currently dividing by 25. So in order to get h by itself, we would multiply both sides by 25. And so we can show that. We can multiply both sides by 25. The 25s cancel there, and that leaves h by itself. And on the other side, 25 times tan of 12. And so we can pull out our calculator. 25 tan of 12, making sure our calculator's in degrees mode, and we come up with 5.3 kilometers. Now, if you did it in meters, then remember there's 1,000 meters in a kilometer, so we would just move the decimal place over 3 times, so 5, 1, 2, 3 meters. So either of those would be perfectly good answers.